college days, I'm working like 2-3 jobs. I'm DJing. I am hustling out the ass. What you see here now, you might think is a finished product or whatever, made million or whatever, cool. But the person who was making it here 10 years ago was somebody who was scrappy, somebody who was making sacrifices, somebody who was literally recording YouTube videos in the back of his car. I think you guys have sent this definitely on one of your previous shows, but it's like, a lot of women get with men and then they'll complain and they'll cite chivalry or how, courtship used to be. They'd be like, hey, well, you're supposed to do these things, but the women nowadays ain't acting how when chivalry was an actual thing. Like you used to have to take a woman from her father's home.
Yeah. Yep.
So you had to really wine and dine her and show her that you were financially, mentally, physically capable dude of holding it down. But these bitches on OnlyFans right now popping pussy, man, calling themselves a boss, talking about like they don't give a fuck about no nigga and expecting for you to open doors and do all the chivalrous things.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Yeah. Like, yo, listen, men, I'm going to take this. The only thing about men are not perfect. I'm not going to be here and be like, this is not a men versus women thing, first of all.
Yeah.
But men are the best, I think, at whatever y'all rules are, we'll adjust and we won't complain.
Bam.
Females, they'll make the rules. They see how people are adjusting. They don't like it. They switch the rules like third quarter. They're still losing in the fourth.
Yeah.
They add 20 points to their score. It's like you ever play one of those people like when you're playing like PS4 or something like that,
yeah.
and then they just plug out the game.
That's so true, bro. That's
just
so true.
Give us what you want. Like, listen, y'all said y'all didn't want to just sit back and just wait for us and just taking care of the home. Y'all wanted to be boss ass bitches. You feel me? Like, many girls will be telling me, like, yo, I'm making a bag off OnlyFans. Oh, shit. All right, perfect. So now when I'm dealing with you, I can't deal with you like a girl who ain't in that lifestyle because the way you gonna approach me, the way
it's different.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even want to mention names. I don't get personals. But I've had a couple girls, like 2-3 exes. They come to my crib, bet. The first thing they tell me, they start making a little money. Yo, listen, I'm not cleaning no more.
Yep.
You told me that shit. Yeah. You're like, yo, you don't got these bitches clean. I'm like, nigga, I told them to clean. They say they're not cleaning.
Yeah.
They don't pay rent. They don't pay light bill, gas bill. They don't pay. I'm paying 35 bills. But you know what? Society now has empowered them to say, why the fuck am I going to sit back and be doing these other menial? Because in reality, this is what kind of feminism has done. It's turned what are really important attributes: child rearing, taking care of a household, keeping things organized, clean. They've turned it into like, if somebody says you're doing that, like I remember one of my exes, she said another girl referred to her as a maid. And the moment she heard that, she said, fuck that. I'm not cleaning the motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
Because that's seen as negative.
Yeah.
Word.
But why is it seen as negative? Everybody got a role. If I'm making the bread, if somebody call me like, yo, you the slave, you just go get in the bread. Nigga, that's my job. I'm gotta get the bread. That's the point. But, women, it's like they want it all. It's like, I want to be seen as the boss. I want to be seen as like everything else.
A wife?
Did she get mad because another woman referred to her as a maid? Or she got mad because that was just...
Well, another woman who seen that she was handling her responsibilities was like, yo, you're not doing nothing with your life. Mm-hmm. You doing some shit that a maid could do. I'm a boss. Another woman shamed her.
Yep, of course.
As usual.
Another woman shamed her. It wasn't me.
I was going to say,
so, I remember 2 weeks went by, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why does shit sit on the table? I'm like, yo, it's a big house. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what she said? Bitches call me a maid. I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
That's an insecurity thing, though. Like me, if my man was paying all the bills, I'm happy to be a little trophy wife. Like I'm more than happy.
The trophy wife is accept the responsibilities because trophy wife only means you look good. That woman, are you gonna hold it down? You gonna be washing that nigga drawers? You gonna be cleaning the spot, making a sandwich?
I mean, more than younger, so but yes.
But
how old are you, man?
I'm 30. I'll be 31, so I was a wife. So yes.
By the way, which I don't want to stray off conversation. My new study is actually looking at how women change their point of view from about 20 to 21 to 32. I see so many women like, yo, when they're 22, and this is why, like, this is why our show is really important, because a lot of y'all, when y'all 22, y'all really think y'all look the best in the world. Y'all think you're the hottest bitch.
Can't tell me nothing.
Y'all better,
Kanye West.
Let me tell you this. Y'all better check out the game now. Because once you hit 28, 29, your mindset's going to start to change. You're going to realize you ain't the hottest chick on the block no more. And then you're going to start to realize some of these things that people used to say maybe wasn't that absurd. So, like, I understand you understand it, but, like, these days you run into a girl who's, like, fucking 20 to 25. Man, these chicks, they getting DM'd by Future. Drake try to fucking come on their face. NFL players trying to fly them out to a city to fuck them. Like, yo, I'm telling you. Like, Giants. You can't even control these chicks. I'm telling you.
Listen, man.
Any of the ladies have a rebuttal? I want to make sure the ladies get a chance. You the issue, point of contention with that? Go ahead, sure.
Take a sip.
Here we go.
Of course.
Then extrapolate from what Akademik said there. And
I knew you were going to say something super. Anyways.
Don't get too fucked up, ladies. We don't want this to be a slaughter.
Okay, Mr. Akademik.
She's drinking juice, though.
What would you say are the defining characteristics of what a successful man wants? A successful man, what does he want? What does he look for in a partner?
It definitely depends on what point of his life he's at. You know, again, and you know, I've watched
generally speaking. A man looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, I am a successful man.
Okay, I'm gonna fully explain. So, and by the way, you know, I watch these dudes like so much, and they're pretty much right. A lot of stuff they say is like, you know what I mean? Myron is probably the king of, you know, just not making it palatable. That's the only thing I could ever give him like, you know, advice on, because he just says it and it hits so hard. It's like tasting.
I'll be triggering the girls.
It's like medicine. You taste it, it just doesn't taste right. I've always learned, and salute to one of my mentors, Charlamagne the God. He told me, listen, you got to put the medicine in the candy. That's the only way. If you just give them the medicine, it don't taste good. You throw a little candy in that bitch, they like it. Okay. Right. So it's about how you deliver it. So I'll say for dudes, for example, me, right? And I don't want to make this a diatribe and nothing like that, but
some multi-millionaire talking, by the way. So listen up, ladies.
Recently, I don't know why I'm on Facebook, but I just went on Facebook. Go back to my college days. College days, I'm working like 2-3 jobs. I'm DJing. I am hustling out the ass. What you see here now, you might think is a finished product or whatever, made millionaire, whatever, cool. But the person who was making it here 10 years ago was somebody who was scrappy, somebody who was making sacrifices, somebody who was literally recording YouTube videos in the back of his car. It just wasn't the ideal situation. I'm still on your point. So I would probably say about 5 or 6 years ago, I got in a position where I'm like, it's worked. Finally made it. I'm going to be honest with you. After, and this is what I was saying about the Facebook messages. I went back to my Facebook messages. Man, I'm scrolling down. It's 10 years ago. 10, 11. Man, these bitches curve me left and right. Oh, shit. Curving me.
Yeah.
Curving me. Like, you know what I mean? And by the way, another thing, because I heard y'all mention before, nigga, should I gain a little weight? Nigga, I was in prime physical condition back then. Whatever. Bitch ain't care about that, man. It was like, you a bum ass. Like, there wasn't right. Anyway.
Very true.
When I first got on, because you know, you like how old are you, by the way?
23.
You're 23.
Yes.
You go out on South Beach, you go in one of these clubs, and niggas is gonna see you whether you're in somebody's section. Look at her face. She knows it. She knows the fact.
Lives life on easy mode.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, I need her in my section. Yeah. Yo, and you know what you're gonna say? Yo, I got 5 of my bitches with me. You know what I mean? Even a fat one that nobody wants, but they'll take her for you. They'll bring you and all your friends on a boat. Y'all want to go to Tulum?
You got to.
You're in Tulum. First time I went to Mexico was like last year. So how you expect a nigga like me to act when it took me goddamn, you know what I mean, 30 now. But shit, took me past 25 to be like, yo, I could do some shit. So of course, when I first get on, and when you're talking about what does a guy like me want, it depends on where I'm at. So for the first 5 years, I'm like, yo, I'm all these beautiful women who I never really had access or the opportunity, or who didn't just look at me as a viable candidate based on whatever they might think, I'm indulging it. Now, granted, where I'm at now, I'm also looking at, okay, that's time wasting. I don't want to keep dealing with, you know, I'm not Fresh deals with another chick every night.
Nigga,
no. When he's not celibate. I'm
celibate, man. Okay, we just got here, bro.
That's the trade, brother. Hold on, but that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, So now I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, I'm looking for something a little bit more serious. But the answer to your question isn't just black and white, because for dudes, and Martin, I've heard you say this a lot of times. At first, I had to really, nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you, my DMs was, yo, they call me TSA for a reason. When I finally got on, I had to fly everybody out. I had the money, I had the resources, I had everything.
This nigga.
Now, it's more of a detractor because, in terms of like, comes with headaches, it's distracting. I'm trying to like, whatever. Definitely not into marriage or anything like that, but more of a long-term relationship. I'm open to it. So again, and I know this is the longest way to answer your question. It depends on what time, what place you are. If you meet right now, athlete who just got drafted maybe 2 years ago to the Miami Heat, trust me, I don't care what you think. That nigga is indulgent, and it just is what it is. And a lot of times, this is where women also get fucked up. Go ahead. No.
But what is he looking for in the woman that he might call his wife?
No.
Well, he might not be at that point.
He's
trying to find his wife.
His age and where he's at, he's not ready for that.
Exactly.
So no matter how much you think he is, he's gonna play the field for the most part. So he's saying for a guy, what age he's at is gonna might determine what he wants.
I guarantee you, and I've said this many times, I've met many women who I felt were they qualified, it ticked all the boxes for a serious conversation of could you be with them long term or wifey potential or having kids or whatever. But I met them at a really immature age in terms of, I'm like, yo, I got 50 chicks a day just sending me pussy pictures, just trying to get flown out. I'm sorry. You want over here, want to cuddle and have dinner. Nah, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm about to go fuck these hoes. So, it depends on what stage you're at. So again, but here's the thing. A lot of women like you, and this is why the dynamic of when you're young, you date older. If you just want a dude to just wife you up, you're probably you got to look for a dude in his 30s. If you look for a dude who's like, what did you say, 23 or 20? What was it?
Yeah.
If you look for a dude who's like 24, come on.
Yeah. Man.
Like, again, now if he's a bum, of course he's going to look at you like you're the pride. Like he's so happy to get you. A nigga who's lit out here in Miami, who's a basketball player, who's 24, 25, you are like, it's like another fucking flavor in the fucking candy store. You're bad as shit, but like there's another girl bad as shit. There's mad girls bad as shit.
Of course.
So it depends on what you want. You might just want to be with that nigga. You might just want to be with that nigga in his wraith. You might just want to be in Tulum with him. But then you got to accept the fact that he gonna keep doing his thing because he's 25.